MIT is all about getting it done, and the Media Lab especially is all about trying it out. We're a nation of empiricists over there, basically. And we love ideas. We live on ideas, but not just ideas. Render it into practice. Try it. Show me something about what this future is going to be like you talk about. Build it. So the students and faculty as well, we're all building examples of what we talk about. We have to demo. Because again, we have industry coming through all the time. We've got these 2 large meetings every year where we have to show our latest to all of our sponsors. So it pushes us into practicality. I think MIT does have that bent where, okay, we do great theoretical work. MIT is known for that. But also MIT will put things into practice. And the Media Lab is an extreme version of that. And we're a bunch of inventors. And we love to realize our dreams and try to make them. And I have so many sponsors that I work with. I probably have 5 or 6 companies I'm quite close to in the course of our work at the Media Lab. During the course of a given week, I can meet with another 5 or 6 companies that come through randomly. And okay, we have to talk about our work and discuss the group's vision, so on and so forth. You do that, but you get stuff coming back from the companies that can be really intriguing. I mean, they'll take an idea, they'll drop off a suggestion. It's very stimulating to have this interchange. But sometimes you get something coming back that really pushes you into a place you never thought you'd be. And creativity is all about getting outside of your box. And we do it a few ways. We have neighbors in the different research groups that are very different from us, but we still try to speak a common language. But we also have companies that come through, and the companies are very different from us quite often. We talk to them in these visits, and just that interaction will seed ideas. Or the company will pick up an idea, drop it somewhere else. Another great thing is that when we work with a company to push something from our demo space into theirs, it's great to see any idea that we thought is great for doing some purpose of the Media Lab. Could be a smart HVAC, could be some sort of interactive sensor, but see it actually go into fruition as something that either becomes a product or is close to a product. It's always gratifying. It's never easy, right? These kinds of exchanges happen often. They don't always go that far, but when they do, it's a great thing to see. You're seeing people working on things that are going to be at some point disruptive to your company. And I think very, very important to what you're doing, even though initially you may not necessarily see the connection. In some cases you can see it. This is clearly a new kind of a chip or a new kind of a protocol or a new kind of a device that's going to impact our business. So you can get close to it. But the Media Lab, it's one thing we talk about quite a bit. It's the things that aren't necessarily related initially to what you're doing that could wind up becoming the things that are very, very important. So we're in many ways, I think, an early warning system for a good part of that, because we're out front. We don't have to make product. We're grounded through industrial collaboration, but again, we're not tracked into disruption in the sense that we're free to innovate and free to break free and free to follow something that's going to be the next wave or figure out what the next wave is. So we're an early warning system or preview of what that's going to be when you come. In addition, if you visit the Media Lab, just the whole spirit of innovation and the energy of the place is very infectious. A lot of companies come just to rub shoulders with us and absorb some of our culture. That happens quite a bit. Another thing that happens with us too is that it's a community very much now where, okay, it's us, but it's also the group of sponsors that come and work with us. And we form groups together, so it's the sponsors with each other in addition to being with us. So we're kind of a club that we're moderating. And we're pushing it into a definitely unusual direction. But the mutual interactions between the companies are of value for many companies too. One of the classic stories is QuickTime, right? So seeing video in a little window was developed initially by Gloriana Davenport's group. And Apple came through and saw it, just like when they went through Xerox PARC. They saw windowed operating systems, and they appropriated it. So it was gratifying, but I mean that's certainly one path that came out to commonality. Also, for instance, the whole realm of low-power wireless technology that's being deployed now. The idea of body networks really were hatched in many ways at the Media Lab. In the old days of wearable computing, we talked a lot about body area networks. We even had a little capacitive system we developed to send signals through the body, one of our great demos, where you touch something or shake hands with somebody. You can send a message through that touch. We collaborate with FedEx on the standard for low-power wireless. and then became an IEEE group. We had lots of people come in, and that became eventually 802.15.4, which we know for ZB and low power radios that are becoming ubiquitous now. And it really started at the Media Lab in the very early days.